Hi, welcome to this Applauz demo. Today we're going to be talking about the homepage, or as we like to call it, the dashboard. So the dashboard is a place where you can keep track of your progress, create content, look at your publishing, look at your saved articles, and also access different resources. Let's talk about it part by part. Starting with the top row, where you can keep track of your progress in your content publishing and your general social media activity. Starting with your weekly posting goal. Simply put, the weekly posting goal is the number of posts you decided you were going to post each and every week, which is a number you define during the onboarding process. In my case, that number is 3. At the start of the week, these numbers will be all grayed out, and every time you post, one of the numbers will light up in blue until you reach your goal. So this week, I've already posted 3 times, which is my weekly goal, and therefore all my numbers are in blue. Now, we have streak. So every time you accomplish your weekly posting goal, your streak will go up by 1. And as long as you're consistent and accomplish that goal without fail, your streak will keep on going up, showing how consistent you've been. Now, let's say you miss 1 week and you don't post at all. In that case, your streak will go all the way down to 0. And as you continue completing your weekly posting goal, it'll start growing again. Articles read is really straightforward, so you have access to millions of articles in your areas of interest in the newsfeed. Every time you open and read one of those articles, this counter will go up by 1, giving you a sense of how many different articles you've read through your time using Applauz. Time saved is a really straightforward number, so every time you create content, we'll measure how much time that would have taken you if you had done it manually, and add that to the time saved. This will give you a sense of how much time you've saved using Applauz and being able to dedicate to other areas of your life. Lastly, we have the level. So our levels start from passive all the way up to influencer. Every time you show some consistency, you meet your weekly posting goal, or your streak goes up, you will get some experience points, as in here. And once you gather enough experience points, you will all go up to the next level. At the moment, I'm at a rookie level, and 26% of the way to the next level, which is creator. So this part just gives you a sense of how consistent you're being, how much time you're saving, and how advanced you are compared to other users. Now let's look at Quick Create. Quick Create is a really handy tool to create content instantly. What it is different topic ideas in the different topics that you defined in your content strategy. So for example, here I have some ideas on digital marketing. If I click on my second topic, I'll be able to see some ideas on higher education in the USA. And if I click on this one, I'll get some ideas on personal branding. Now, to begin with, you can look at 3 different ideas. However, if you click on Show More, you'll get a total of 9 ideas, giving you plenty of choices to create different posts. Now, there's 2 things you can do with these ideas, which is clicking on this button to create an idea based on a post based on this idea, or downvote it to indicate that you didn't find this idea interesting and you wouldn't want to see any similar ideas like this in the future. So let's say we're not exactly interested in virtual classrooms and social integration as it relates to higher education, and we really don't want to see ideas like this in the future. All you have to do is click on this thumbs down button. The idea will disappear, and moving forward, you'll see less ideas in these topics, or no ideas at all in these topics. It's a system that learns by itself. It can take a little bit of time to fully understand your preferences, but over time you'll see the ideas becoming more and more tailored. Now, let's say this topic is quite interesting, gamification in remote learning, and you want to create a post based on this. All you have to do is click on this icon, which will pull up the create post flow. And here you can see all the different settings you defined during your onboarding process. So your preference in terms of format, tone of voice, language, and sentence length. So let's say for this particular topic, I don't want to use quote and react, and instead I want to go with key insights, some bullet points. Let's say I want to maintain my humorous tone of voice and the language, but I want this post to be a little bit longer. So I'm simply gonna drag this all the way up to 12. And there we go. Now all I have to do is click generate. Perfect. So my post has been generated, I can see here a few different bullet points, as well as an intro sentence and some hashtags. It's looking great. Now, let's say I want to make some changes. For example, I want to get rid of this bullet point, and at the end, I want to add a question for my audience. What are your thoughts on gamification in the classroom? This is looking great. Now I have the option to save it, add it to queue, or publish. So if I save it, it'll simply show up in my drafts. What I'm gonna do instead is add it to my queue. So if I click add to queue, I'm able to select a day and time where this will be published, and this will be in my time zone. So let's say I want to post it Monday morning around 8:30. Click on schedule, and we're good to go. I've easily created a post based on the quick create ideas. Now, let's move on to the next section, publishing. So in publishing, you can see all your different content drafts. You can see all your drafts in queue. So the one we just created should be right here, gamification in remote learning, perfect. And you can also look at your published content, all the content that you've already published, and you've got a quick access link to view the post. So let's say you want to make some changes to any of these. For example, the one we just created, you can simply click on edit and it'll be back up here. You can change the schedule date and time, or you can make some further changes to the post. Once you're happy with it, you can simply click save and it'll go back to the queue. And you can see that with the banner here, which says post saved. So that's publishing. If you look at drafts, same idea. You can click on edits, you can make some changes, and then you can save them. However, if you want to take a draft into queue or publish it, you will have to go to the publishing section. Then lastly, we have saved articles. So in the news feed, you have the ability to save different articles that you found interesting. Those will all be displayed here. And if you want to delete them, you can simply click on the bin icon, or if you want to create a post based on one of these posts, you can simply click on the pencil icon. And just as with quick ideas, all you have to do is select your preferred format, tone of voice, language, and sentences. Click on generate, and the post will be created for you. Now, something else to keep in mind is you can generate as many posts as you want. So let's say you're not quite happy with this commentary, maybe it's too long, or you simply want to try again for whatever reason. You can click generate again, and it'll create a new post following the same parameters, but adding some variation to it. So you can see here the format is a bit different, but it also seems a bit shorter and tighter, so perhaps it's a better post. The idea here is that you can generate as many variations as you want until you're happy with it, which saves you time editing and keeps things fairly simple. So there we go. That is the dashboard. And lastly, below, you have all the different resources. We post a lot of blogs to keep you informed and give you different strategies and ideas on how to create better content or just generally uplift your personal brand on social media. So you'll be able to access these really quickly from the dashboard. So that's the dashboard or homepage. Thanks for watching.